Imagine a world without the refreshing breath of air. No gentle breeze rustling through leaves, no sound of children laughing as they play in the park. A world eerily silent, devoid of the life we cherish. This is the stark reality we face if plants cease their silent, vital work of producing oxygen. Plants, the unsung heroes of our planet, possess a remarkable ability: photosynthesis. They use sunlight, water and carbon dioxide to create their food, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This process, happening every minute of every day, is the very foundation of life as we know it. But what if this life-giving process were to stop? What if the very air we breathe were to vanish? Photosynthesis is a bit like baking a cake, but instead of flour and sugar, plants use sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. Imagine sunlight as the heat in your oven, providing the energy to bake the cake. Water, absorbed by the roots, acts like the milk, combining ingredients. Carbon dioxide, absorbed from the air, is like the flour, providing the substance for the cake. Inside tiny green factories within plant cells called chloroplasts, the magic happens. Here, sunlight transforms water and carbon dioxide into sugar, the plant's food. As the cake bakes, it releases a delightful aroma. Similarly, as plants create their food, they release oxygen into the air, a precious byproduct that we need to survive. This simple yet elegant process sustains life on Earth. But what if the oven breaks down? What if the plants stop baking their life-sustaining cake? If plants suddenly stop producing oxygen, the immediate impact wouldn't be as dramatic as you might imagine. The Earth's atmosphere contains a vast reservoir of oxygen, about 21% by volume. This means that even without plants replenishing it, we would have a substantial supply for some time. However, this oxygen wouldn't last forever. Every breath we take, every fire that burns, every car that runs consumes oxygen. Gradually, imperceptibly, at first, the oxygen levels in the atmosphere would begin to drop. As oxygen levels dwindle, the air would become thinner, making it harder to breathe. The first signs of trouble would appear at higher altitudes where the air is already less dense. Mountain climbers, for instance, would find it increasingly difficult to breathe, experiencing dizziness and fatigue. As oxygen levels continue to fall, the impact on life on Earth would be catastrophic. Animals, including humans, rely on oxygen for respiration, the process of converting food into energy. Without sufficient oxygen, our cells would struggle to function, leading to a cascade of health problems. At first, we might experience shortness of breath, dizziness and confusion. As oxygen levels plummet further, our organs would begin to shut down. Heart attacks, strokes and respiratory failure would become rampant. Without urgent intervention, mass extinction would be inevitable. But the impact wouldn't be limited to animals. Many microorganisms, the unseen engines of our ecosystems, also depend on oxygen. As oxygen levels decline, these vital microbes would perish, disrupting nutrient cycles, decomposing organic matter and purifying water. In the long term, a world without oxygen would be a very different place. The skies would no longer be blue but a dull grey, as the scattering of sunlight by oxygen molecules is what gives our sky its colour. Without oxygen to fuel combustion, fires would be a thing of the past. The oceans too would undergo a dramatic transformation. Marine life, from the tiniest plankton to the largest whales, depends on dissolved oxygen in the water. As oxygen levels drop, the oceans would become stagnant, leading to mass die-offs and the collapse of marine ecosystems. The very composition of the Earth's atmosphere would change. Without plants to absorb carbon dioxide, this greenhouse gas would accumulate in the atmosphere, trapping heat and leading to runaway global warming. The Earth would become a hothouse planet, inhospitable to most forms of life. The scenario I've painted is a bleak one, but it's not inevitable. We have the power to prevent this catastrophic chain of events. By protecting our forests, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and developing sustainable practices, we can ensure that plants continue their vital work of producing oxygen. The Earth is a complex and interconnected system. Every action we take has consequences, both positive and negative. By understanding the delicate balance of nature, we can make choices that ensure a healthy and vibrant planet for generations to come. The future of our planet and indeed our own survival depends on it. Let us choose wisely.